Hey, what's up everybody? John here. Now today I just want to talk to you about two albums from Australian bands that mean a lot to me, that I love, that are albums I own, that I've listened to multiple times a year at least, that I don't feel like they get a whole lot of love. I don't see them shown in the VC very often, talked about. Maybe that's just because I'm missing it. But I want to bring them back to the forefront and say, hey, if you've never heard of either of these albums or one of these albums, check them out. And also maybe you're like, oh my God, I haven't listened to that forever. Then go check them out again. So maybe it's just a reminder video. But either way, two albums everybody should listen to by two amazing Australian bands. Let's do it. Okay, this first album came out in 1987. It was #1 on the charts for 6 weeks. It ranks #1 in Australia. I think the Rolling Stone put out like a 100 best albums of all time from Australia. It's #1, that's right, over such bands like AC/DC. This is the album Diesel and Dust, right here by my boys, Midnight Oil. Now, when this came out, it took the radio by storm. It took MTV by storm. The song Beds Are Burning is just so contagious. The bass line is so amazing. This is actually a concept album and about the indigenous people of Australia. So it's actually telling a story. It's very political, but just such good music. Beds Are Burning, obviously. I think most everybody out there knows it. Really cool, I think, right there. How it's all kind of handwritten and splattered. Just to show you what this looks like here. It's just a normal Columbia label there. But, yeah, just a phenomenal album. There are so many good songs. It's one of those ones that you can put on and just start to finish. It's good. Bull Roarer is super catchy. The chanty kind of sing-songy chorusy thing that they do is super duper catchy, but there was some controversy with that song because the Bull Roarer is an actual thing that these indigenous people use, and you shouldn't be using it in that style of music. You should only be using it in our music. And anyway, but these guys were just trying to do a good thing anyway. So if you have not heard this, it's literally considered by many the greatest album to ever come out of Australia. Obviously up for contention, but it is up there. I totally believe it should be ranked as one of the top. Next album. All right, this next one is from 2002, and it is by one of my favorite bands of all time. I've seen them in concert multiple times. I've probably sung along with this band like on CD, cassette tape, and vinyl more times than most other bands. Just love these guys to death. This is a music on vinyl 180 gram issuing of Silverchair's 2002 Diorama. Okay, Diorama is a wonderfully produced album, produced partially by Daniel Johns and also David Botterill. And but this is the band. Daniel Johns is the songwriter. This is their fourth album. He wrote most of this on piano instead of guitar, which is what he normally had written most of the first 3 albums on. These guys are no longer together. Daniel Johns has been doing his own stuff, kind of like this R&B, kind of different, offbeat, weird stuff a little bit. Kind of good and kind of weird. And then Ben Gillies here, the drummer for Silverchair, just released a song like 2 weeks ago. So he's doing some of his own stuff. Not sure what the bass player, I forget what his name is doing. But some of the music that is on this album is just so wonderfully done. It's got orchestrations. It's got piano, it's got guitar. Look at this label, it's super cool, right? Gotta agree with that. So off this album, I mean, honestly, I would say every single song, Across the Night, the one that it starts with, is beautiful. Without You's got just some amazing vocals by Daniel Johns. So About You is a great one. Tuna in the Brine is just vocally, it's just amazing. It's a beautiful song. Love Your Life, The Lever, as I say it down there, they call it the lever. After All These Years, my favorite thing, another beautiful, Daniel, this guy's voice is just phenomenal. And started in the grunge era, Silverchair, I'll do a whole thing on it. I'm not gonna get started. Forget it. But okay, 2 albums, Diesel and Dust by Midnight Oil, and then Silverchair's 2002 Diorama, okay? You got to check this out, or I'm going to make these guys stare you down for a very long time. So, that's it. Check them out, download them, look at them on YouTube. Maybe you own them on cassette or on vinyl, or CD, in which case bust them out. But these deserve to be dusted off and played loudly. I hope you're all blessed. Catch you later.